What's up guys, Houndish here, and today we're jumping in with a preview for the weekly reset coming this Tuesday, the 11th of March. And importantly, this will be a pretty busy day as far as Heresy goes, as it is the launch of Act 2. And that means we get new activity content, the continuation of the Heresy story, as well as new upgrades for the exotic weapon for the season. So we'll touch on what we know about that, but additionally, we've got the launch of Guardian Games for the year as well. That brings a new weapon, as well as armor and additional cosmetics. Then a sandbox update with a few changes. And on top of that, we'll cover all of the featured activities and rewards for the week. We'll finally get access to the Lotus Eater, the Void Rocket sidearm. So we've got all of that and a few updates from Bungie in the video today. If you guys enjoy this one, a rating below really does help us on the channel, but without further delay, let's get into it. And so first up for the reset this week, as far as Heresy goes, we will see the story resume for Act 2. It'll be interesting to see how that pans out. We'll probably get new quest steps, missions and things like that rolling out over the next few weeks. Otherwise, we get the new activity, which is called Court of Blades. So this is an additional Dreadnought activity, which is more of a kind of boss rush mode, something a bit faster than what we had with the Nether. And we've done separate previews for this activity. As far as rewards though, Bungie will be introducing 5 additional Heresy weapons as both normal and Adept drops, so we can get the Adepts from running the Expert version of the activity. And we've covered all the details for the weapons that'll be dropping as part of Act 2 in a separate video, so I'll link that down below. Otherwise, for this week, we'll get the quests for Barodiad and a bunch of upgrades for Catalysts. So I'm not sure exactly where those will fit in, whether we'll have to run some of the story first, but nonetheless, a reasonable amount of Heresy content will be dropping this week in the game, and let us know if you're looking forward to it. We should do a quick mention for weekly challenges here. Firstly, there's Heretical Arsenal, which rewards the bow, so it looks like we'll get a challenge to drop the bow on the first week. Otherwise, there's Absolutely Stunning to stun champions, Void Focus, where in any ritual activity, we need to defeat targets with Void ability final blows, and we get bonus progress for defeating Guardians or Void super final blows. Otherwise, there is the Trials that define us to complete Crucible matches, but there's bonus progress in Trials and for victories, so Trials will once again return this Friday at the daily reset time. Otherwise, for challenges this week, a bunch of them are unnamed or hidden, so obviously that makes sense with new Act 2 content dropping. And personally, I'm very curious to see how this second part of Heresy will play out, so give us your thoughts on it down below. Otherwise this week, arriving in the tower will be Evil Avante with the Guardian Games, so it returns for 2025 right here. Of course, there will be new armor. We've got a preview of the armor sets right there on screen. Those will be earned via Eververse. I think they'll be the normal sort of seasonal event cost for them, so 6,000 Bright Dust, or of course the option to purchase them for silver. Otherwise, for gameplay rewards, we are getting the new Trace Rifle, one of many Trace Rifles this episode. It's another Arc one. And again, we've previewed the perk rolls and things for it separately, so that video is linked in the description box. But Guardian Games is getting a new game mode called Rushdown, which is kind of another boss rush mode, which is going to be pretty fast paced. Bungie said there'll be a total of 5 encounters where we'll face a boss, and the quicker we take them all down, the more points we will score, which will impact the amount of rewards that we get. They also said that using things like revive tokens will affect the score, so the more flawless we are in that process, and of course the faster we are, the more rewards we're going to unlock. And that really is the gameplay part of Guardian Games for the year. Of course, there will be the event card, additional cosmetics and things in the Eververse store, and I'll keep you posted on any important things worth knowing through the week, but let us know in the comment section any rewards that you'll be going after from Guardian Games this year. Otherwise, keep in mind we will get the refresh for Sunder Doctrine once again with the reset, so if you're hunting the exotic or anything like that, good luck with those drops. And if you're still after pinnacle drops and challenges, we will get a new featured co-op mission, plus, of course, the refresh for the pinnacle drops from Salvation's Edge, as well as Excision. Moving over to the Vanguard though, we can't say for sure what the Nightfall will be this week, as we will get a new rotation for Act 2, but Bungie did confirm that the Lotus Eater will be the weapon drop, so this is the new Void rocket-assisted frame sidearm. It's been a lot of anticipation for this one to come. Of course, the Adept variants will drop from Grandmaster Nightfalls. That's really the best place to farm them, but otherwise it's available as a random drop across all Nightfalls. And again, if you want to check out perk rolls for it, which are reasonably juicy, I'll link a separate video down below that has all of the details. And good luck on those drops when you start grinding for it. Otherwise, as we mentioned from the challenges, Trials will indeed still return on Friday, so we can look forward to that once again this weekend. I think the next Iron Banner will actually be at the start of Act 3, so not for another 3 weeks. Then when it comes to the featured raids this week, firstly, we'll get Garden of Salvation on the Moon. These will be totally farmable this week, which will certainly be nice. Additionally, we'll get King's Fall featured in the Legends tab, And of course that means Touch of Malice will be totally farmable this week as well. When it comes to dungeons though, Spire of the Watcher will be featured, which can drop the Hierarchy of Needs. And then over in the Dreaming City, we'll additionally get the Shattered Throne featured this week. So let us know down below if you plan to jump in to complete any of those activities. In the Legends tab though, the exotic mission this week will be Vox Obscura, so that makes Dead Messenger completely farmable, and from there we can earn all of its upgrades. And here for a couple of final mentions, for the Dares of Eternity, on top of the core loot drops this week, we'll get additional drops of the Scatterhorn and Lightkin armor sets, as well as a bunch of weapons from Season of the Splicer, and some world drops from Forsaken, which will be additional random drops at the end of the activity. And then for Lost Sectors this week, for Tuesday, we'll see Hydroponics Delta on Neomuna featured. For March 12th though, we'll get Gilded Precept, before moving over to Thrillerdrome on March 13th. Following that, we'll have the Broken Deep for the 14th of March, Blooming Deep on March 15th, and Bunker E15 for the 16th. Then the rotation will end with Perdition on the 17th of March. And of course those are good if you're after farming for exotic engrams or indeed any of the world weapons. But lastly, the Ascendant Challenge this week will be the Agonarch Abyss, which can be found via the Bay of Drowned Wishes right next to the spawn in Dvalian Mists in the Dreaming City. So pretty easy to find, but if you want the location for collectibles and things, we'll run that at the end of the video. So for today, guys, that is what we have to speak about in the weekly reset, but there'll be plenty for me to keep you posted on, patch notes at reset, other unexpected updates, secrets, and whatever may present itself to us as we play through Act 2. So keep it locked and loaded here on the channel. If you've enjoyed the video though, a rating below really does help us out as well. Once again, let us know what you're most excited to pick up or play this week, but otherwise, as always, I very much appreciate you tuning in, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.
The current. You're so deep into the well.
Guardian down.